Flex Compact kit here. We got our trusty DeWalt chop saw. We're going to be comparing this to a couple of other brands here. This is something that we built. The face of this sits right here, so you guys get a better view whenever we're building stuff and doing videos. But the whole point of this thing, we built it just kind of from scratch on one of the lives with my daughter. But basically, we're going to be installing some shelves here, and we're going to make some kind of drawer system in the worst way possible so that we can get this miter saw inside of this cavity and then be able to pull it out. What's up, Shush? So this is what we got so far. The miter saw itself is at the width 22, call it 22 and some change. This is easily 22, so we got a little bit of play with it. And we are going to make something, but we're also going to be opening a couple of tools, doing some decibel readings per request and some other stuff. So I've got a tripod here somewhere, help us along. And I think what I'm going to do is just throw this Flex right on the counter. You guys hear me okay? That'd be great to know. YouTube is kind of crazy with the audio sometimes. So I never really know what we got until it's too late. And then also I can't really see the chat because, again, YouTube is just that way. It's almost easier for me to hold this than it is to, let me see here. There we go. Okay, so if anyone's got any questions on anything you see on the table, make sure you ask. Yeah, man, missed you. Where you been? In case you're wondering, dude, this Olight is awesome. I use this thing every day for work. I bought myself a new Flex Tower light. So we're also going to be opening this because that's by far the best light that money can buy. So we got a couple of goodies for you guys. Also got a lot of tools on the table right now. We've also got our Flex Compact 2.0. So this is the smallest battery that Flex makes. We're going to see how it fits on the Compact series. And yeah. Also just trying to pick up in here, man. You don't have no idea how much mess you can make doing a couple of projects and a couple of videos and then get busy. Trying to do my life, man. I don't do YouTube full time, so I've got a life too. And as soon as I'm done a video, you know, go hang out with the family. All right, here is the compact kit. In a second, I'm going to get a scale so we can appreciate how light these are. But let's get this thing open. Oh, that is a nice size bag, actually. That's going to be a nice size bag. Not too big, not too small. Of course, we got Flex's sticker on there. Instantly gives it 100 more horsepower just by sticking it on any tool. Now, I've never seen these in person. They are tiny. They remind me of like the Gen 1 12 volts for something. This is crazy. And the grip on it, the ergonomics, man, Flex has some really good ergonomics. If you can get past how large some of the tools actually are, The ergonomics are pretty nice, and this is also very nice. Nice kind of texturing in there too. Feels pretty good, honestly. And you got some down there too. It's noticeably nice. It's not aggressive. Flex's recip one-hand saw. The one-handed recip is aggressive. So maybe that's why they went with a different style. I'll show you the recip here in a second so you guys can compare. The packaging is nice in this. Milwaukee just throws it in a cardboard box because, you know, they've already won your money. So they don't have to do anything special. They just throw it in a cardboard box. They used to have the belt clip separate. Now they install your belt clip. And they throw in a free giveaway or something. And that's your Milwaukee box for the most part. I like how these other guys have these contoured, you know. Oh, Milwaukee also puts their batteries in a cardboard box too for us. This is a 160 watt fast charger. And yeah, that's it for the box. Have a question. Flex trim router or the Milwaukee, both $199. Flex with a 3.5 charger and Milwaukee 2 with 5. Man, this is what I can say about Flex, right? Everything that they make is usually too big because of the battery. A router is one thing where you don't mind it being very large. You're going to get a little bit better control with it. Sometimes the weight helps with situations like that. And the Flex 3.5 is my favorite battery. So power to weight ratio, out of all the batteries, the Flex, all brands, everything, the 3.5 is an amazing battery for the Flex. And the router has some really nice features, able to remove the whole head of the router and stuff. I might have to go buy that kit, and I don't even want it or necessarily can afford it. But that sounds really nice. I've got the Milwaukee trim router. It's nice. I can show it here in a second. So in this kit, it's $100. Okay, we get a drill and we get an impact. We get a charger and 2 batteries. Okay, if I needed a battery, these are $70 in the store. If I needed a battery, I would have no problem going down to Home Depot and spending $70 on a Flex battery with lifetime warranty. This kit comes with 2 $70 batteries. Before the Stack Lithium came out, I didn't even like to use the 5 on the Flex because the 2.5 still gave enough power to where it really didn't matter. Unless you're watching YouTube and you're just doing some really stupid tasks, driving, you know, these larger lags as fast as we can, which really doesn't tell you anything other than which one's truly got the most power, but doesn't really give you a real world situation on usability. That's what we're going to do tonight. We're doing a real world usability situation with pilot holes and 2.5-inch screws into 2x4s. We've got the proper pilot hole where you're going to go just deep enough to where you're going to have an idea where your screw is going to finish. Because you should be, if you're building something, you guys should be using pilot holes. If you've got any pride, right? You're not just slamming screws into wood. So they've got the small countersunk pilot hole and they got the deeper one. This one's going to be good for 2x4s. What's up, Rodney? What's up, Raphael from Germany? Just buy Bosch. Yeah. Bosch is something that I never really got into, man. But I'm sure it's good. They make nice hammer drills. All their tools are great. No issues. Just never got into them. And then, of course, to keep the channel moving, any tool channel, okay, is going to be spending about $130 every 2 weeks, every 2 to 3 weeks. Every tool channel is going to be spending $7 on bits here, These are about $6 each. 2x4s are about $4 a piece. One box of screws, which is not what you see on YouTube, but this is a $10 box of screws. This was extra. I spent about 130 bucks. I also bought 9 2x4s. But in general, all the videos that you guys are watching cost at least $50 to make every couple of weeks. It's not like we just, you know, have all this stuff. We have to go buy this stuff and everything. So that's what I spent today. This actually feels pretty nicely balanced. I don't mind telling you. It actually does not feel forward heavy. You can see where it wants to go backwards like this. And it doesn't feel front heavy. It's just kind of here. It definitely doesn't counterbalance out itself. Sometimes when you put a battery on these, D2, what's that? Yeah, hard to turn down this, man. I was not planning on buying this. And then I saw it, and the batteries alone is 140 bucks. And the batteries are great. So here we are. Now I've got the 2.0. Which is the direction the Flex is going, especially Lowe's. I don't know why. It seems like Lowe's doesn't want Flex to succeed by taking their most powerful hammer drill off of the shelf, but whatever. Let's see what this looks like with the 2.0. So this is the 2.5. Very heavy compared to the 2.0. Fit and finish is really nice. The tool sticks out further than the battery. You gotta love that. Let's get this off. I like how they didn't want the chuck to get scratched. That's different. Nice and smooth out the gate. We're gonna see how much power that's got. Now, I already know this does not have a quick insert collet, which is very unfortunate. But for 100 bucks, we're gonna let you know what we think. It actually feels pretty good in the hand. It is pretty tiny too, man. We want to look at a 12 volt right there. Look how skinny that is. Of course, this is a drill, not really a fair comparison. This is also very impact-like. That's a 12 volt extreme. You can see where they're really slimming this down. So, pretty impressive stuff. Here is a, what is this? This is the 860. Yeah, this is the 860. And I got a Milwaukee here. Now let's take a second to appreciate how compact the Milwaukee actually is without trying to be compact. It's hard to deny the power of this freaking tool with how small it is. And just everything about it, man. The Milwaukee is seriously impressive when you break it down. What's up, Rodney? Appreciate it. So we're going to be rocking the 2.5 and the 2.0 tonight. Pretty much building this with, not this one, this one. This one's fully charged. Yeah. So that's what we're going to be doing. By the way, I purchased a Flex tower light, which we're about to throw up here. Or maybe we won't. Maybe I'll just back up the camera a little bit. I think that's what we're going to do. Right now, this light, which is the best light. If you need a work light, this is better than pretty much any of the light for a lot of reasons. One of the reasons, I've used this extensively before. I've had one of these before. I've had a couple of these before. I had to throw them away because of issues with mold, basically. I don't want to get into it, but trust me, I've used these lights professionally and at my house for hours on end in the attic. And they run forever. They're very efficient. It's very bright. Very useful. We opened it upside down, but that's okay. Here it is here. So that's the light there. And this stops it. I wondered what this was when I first saw it. You can use it to hook, but it also stops the light from touching the ground. So when you set this down on something, it catches right there, which is a pretty nice feature. When you squeeze this right here, this trigger drops like that, and all you have to do is pick it up and it's set. That's it. It's a done deal. Then if you want to raise it up more, you flip this up. This locks this now to where it can't move anywhere. This is one boom here, and then this is another boom here. I've had the 18-volt rocket light, and I've broken these things before. I'm not saying that these aren't going to break, but I've had issues with my rocket light where these things just failed a little bit early from some normal bumps and bangs, is what I would say. It has a USB-C, I believe, to charge it. So I reached out to Flex and asked them if they'd send me one because I love the thing so much, and I'd be happy to show you guys how good this was. But I ended up having to buy this myself because they didn't answer me this time. Sometimes they do. We've got our light button here, 4 bars here. USB-C, which is huge to be able to charge things right there. Let's close that. And then we've got our power button here that turns it on, and it is, I mean, you can see the difference probably on the screen with the light. Now to put this into perspective, I've got a high bay professional series with the tilt that they installed in a Tesla dealership. Audio is spotty. Yeah, thanks for letting me know. If the audio is spotty, guys, let me know. This thing here is what they install in dealerships, okay? That's how bright this light is. So you can see the difference on or off. Let's turn this off. Okay, it's off now. And if you look at this shadow here, or even on the table where this should be outputting a lot of light, you see where we get a little bit brighter. So, pretty good stuff, man. Like the Flex stuff. But the best part about this light, what's up? What's going on, Morgans? And then we've got, where's the light? There it is. This thing's trying to lean, sorry. Then we got the best feature of all, is that this thing pops off. And then this thing does whatever. And then you got a freestanding light. And this hooks on the rafters. You can bang nails wherever you need to. It hooks on just about anything. And then these things pull out. And they have resistance, it's almost like they're a gas strut. They're not a gas strut, but they have resistance in them. Watch how hard it is to push these down. You can see where they pull up slowly. See, like, without pulling on it. They pull up very slowly. There's a lot of resistance to them. And they stay wherever you put them. They nailed this light. There's nothing better than this. So for 200 bucks right now at Lowe's, you can get this light and this battery for free and a charger. This is a $70 value. The charger is a charger. I'm not going to make any smoke about that. And you get the light. I'm happy to get it, guys. It's going to make my YouTube videos so much better for you guys. What's up, George? Okay, so this is what we're doing. We're going to put our miter saw in here, in this makeshift kind of storage closet, right? And it usually goes right there. It hides all that garbage, and it comes flush with that table. And we're going to make some shelves for this thing right now. And we're going to do it the cheapest way possible, because if you recall, we built this thing live in about an hour and a half with my daughter. And I think it's like 6 2x4s or something. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 2x4s there. 5, it might be 12 2x4s total. Like, that's it. So, not very expensive to build this. Just time and patience, I guess. But while we build it, we're going to be trying out the Flex to see what it can do into 2x4s. Because as a homeowner, this thing here is probably all you need. So we're just going to pull a measurement here. I think I want it to come flush here. I haven't really decided exactly how I'm going to build this thing. We're kind of building as we go. But we're pretty much putting a slot here and a slot here. And then we're going to be sliding a 2x4 in and out in between the slots. Basically like the old style drawers. But I don't really know how I want it to wind up. So, yeah, any ideas would be good too. What's up, Kansas? I think before we go too far and start building this, I'm going to check out the weight of this, compare it to a couple other tools for you guys. Okay. Everyone likes the 6. They say they put a 6 on their impact every day. They carry it on a roof. They have no problems. What does a 6 weigh? Six 6.0 weighs 2 pounds, 5 ounces by itself. 5.9 ounces, okay? The 2.0 Flex, all by itself, weighs 3 pounds, 7 ounces, with the tool and everything. The Milwaukee with the 3.0, which is probably what I would recommend if you're going to run the Milwaukee, would be the 3.0. It weighs 3 pounds, 8 ounces. That's 3 pounds, 0.7. The 12 volt, which is the lightest combination that money can buy, 2 pounds, 15 ounces. This is why I like this a lot. We are building some kind of shelf storage thing, man. It's complicated. We built this thing to put a couple of tools into, have some extra storage, and just get stuff off my workbench. So my idea is to be able to slide in and out a miter saw in and out of here freely. Just enough to where the back fence clears here, and then you can push it back flush. So I don't want to be able to slide it all the way out, but it's going to be really crude and quick. But basically, when we're zipping in these 2x4s, because it's pretty much just for the garage, we are going to be using the Compact Flex, basically, what we're doing, to see what can you do with the Compact Flex. And there's one more thing I want to compare, which would be the 840. It's here somewhere. Here's the 840. And let's put a small battery on it. I don't know exactly where the power stack is off the top of my head. We got a 2.0 here. The 840 is 2 pounds, 12 ounces. And the Flex is 3 pounds, 7. So it's still a 24 volt tool. It's still going to be a bit bigger. This is the skinniest impact that I've ever seen in my life for the power it has. And that's your comparison there. So enough comparisons on this impact. Now for the drill. This is not a compact drill. This is still XR. This is the 800. The 800 is probably my favorite. If I had to grab something, I would try to grab this if I could, if I was using a drill. It's got enough power to do basically anything you want to do as far as drilling holes. More industrial stuff, you definitely want to go with the 1007, the 999, the 998, the Milwaukee Gen 4, things like that. But this is a very, very nice tool. And then I got one more here. We got the Flex. So you can see the difference there. We can see the weight. 3 pounds, 11 ounces. 2 pounds, 8. Remember, this kit was $100. So that's why we bought it. I don't expect it to be powerful. I just want to see what it can do. For $100 and you got a drill and an impact, you're probably set as a homeowner. And this is going to get you kind of a gateway into the Flex lineup, because the Flex lineup is really good when it comes to some of their deals. Like I got this for $60. But they got the best one-hand recip. They got the best sander. They got the best vacuum. They got the best light. They got a really good grinder. They got a really good, you name it. Flex is not, you know, really something that people think of when they think of great tools, just because of what's out there. Oh, nice, Roosh, I'll check it out. So we need to find the battery now. We got a 3.5. I'd like to use the 2.5 in the kit. Okay. It's a Flex Stream now. We'll put the 2.0 and we'll compare the battery too. I think we just want to put 2 rails, one on the top, one on the bottom, and then build some kind of 2x4 thing that sits in between it. And then I have a feeling that it's going to try to lean down. So we're probably going to put these where they're not level. That way when you slide it out and the weight of the saw is sitting down, it sits level. We're definitely going to have to play with it. So I'm just going to say 27 even. 27. I'm going to throw the 3.5 on the light. And I'm also going to turn on the lights in the garage because they're on a timer. So I'm going to reset them. Okay. We just got to grab a couple of things here. Well, I was going to show you guys a pencil. Let me go grab it. You guys seen the Picas? This is the high boom. It's like a fraction of the price. And yeah, no issues with it. Takes a big lead, comes with the refills. It's not bad. All right. So, one thing somebody taught me a long time ago. Used to live next door to a guy that was pretty good craftsman. And he said when you're marking this stuff, one of the best ways to mark your tape measure here, a lot of new guys will do a line here like this. And that's fine if you're making the cut. If you mark this and you say, hey, go make this cut for me, they're not going to know if you started here or you started here. And your line might not be completely straight. So what he told me to do is take the tip of your pencil exactly on the dot where you want to cut and drag away. And then that right there is guaranteed to be the spot. And typically it's a little bit darker because you've started here and then you've drug away, so you can really tell where you started your line. And then you can put a tick or an X or whatever on the side you want to cut. But you tell them, go cut me a 27 or whatever, and you mark this, they're going to know what to do. I have a battery in here. We're going to put a 1.7 power stack in here. And then I like this saw because it gives you that shadow cut. So 220 in the room right now. Nice. You have a question? Why hasn't Robert given away all his tools to us yet? Yeah. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Just need some popcorn and you're all set. What's up, Daniel? George, Kansas, see here. 3/8 or ½ inch above level should do it with the weight. Thank you, Kansas. That's what I needed. What's my favorite measurement? I don't know. Okay, here we go. So we're just going to do a couple of these. They should all be the same. Of course, it's 2x4, so no telling what the actual measurement is once it finishes bowing. I'm just going to slide this right on my blade like this and feel with my hand on this side that they're even. And then move this piece out of the way. Make sure we're back against the fence. And just do another cut. It takes so long to make anything when you're live showing it. It's kind of funny, but you can see they're dead even. We're gonna cut two more. So same thing, we're just gonna line them up there. Drop the blade. Get them even like this. Pull away, make sure we're back against the fence. And we need one more. And we're not going to use glue on this because I might need to adjust it as time goes on or do something else. So you only use glue for things you never want to fall apart, which should be just about everything. But in this case, we don't know. There we go. Cool. It was cool the other night. My grandson came over and I showed him how to use a miter saw. Nice. Now what? Now profit. Underpants, question mark, profit. It's the game plan. It's a South Park reference. What's up, Tools and Souls? Okay, now we got to figure out the height. I figured I was just going to use the same height because this is what I've been using. It's a little bit tall of a cabinet. It's kind of a cool Husky, man. I acquired this from somebody from moving from my last house with a contaminated air compressor and some other stuff. I traded a $800 air compressor for this really cool Husky. And it actually has lights. It plugs in, it turns on. And it's kind of cool. It's a little bit taller than most cabinets. So what I figured I'd do, I'd just get a piece right here, figure out the height of this and get it level. Because I can't get a tape measure. Maybe I can get a tape measure back there. Maybe in that corner. But this was basically a good height. The magnet. We can call it 39.5. So we want it 39.5, which means the bottom of our top board is going to be a 39.5 this way, because we're going to be sliding in a 2x4 underneath this one. So we want the bottom of this board at 39.5. Let's see here. There we go. Do you guys like my shop shoes, man? This is what I buy at Walmart. They're 20 bucks. They're like slippers. They have a lot of cushion and they have a sole. I was changing a tire in these today. They're great. Just in time for winter too. All right, 39.5. Right there. We're just gonna make them all level with each other. So Kansas says we want to angle it 3/8 to ½ an inch down. Hang on a second. Hi, Keely. I can hear you from the garage and everyone else can hear you.
Sorry.
It's okay. Love you. Daughters. Okay, what do we need? We need some bits. There's some bits over here. I would really love to build this thing with the 860. It's my favorite impact, I think. But we're not doing that. We're using the flex, but we are going to need a bit that's going to be able to perform. So let's find out if this bit is cached or not. These are 3-inch. I want 2.5s. Where did that bag go? Oh, there we go. Here's one good reason to go to Lowe's right here. This box. This box alone is why you should buy screws at Lowe's. Because it does this. And if you have kids, you can draw eyes on them. Hell yeah. All right. Should have measured from the top of that board. That's going to be the... It'll make sense in a second. I'm not making a shelf the way you're thinking. This should work okay. We're going to use this one. I don't believe this has a quick insert collet. It does not. But it dropped right in. That was kind of nice. You guys see that? That's kind of nice. Sometimes they don't drop right in. That was a nice surprise. Okay, I'm pretty much going to just get one going here. No issues there. Let's put one here. No issues there. However, it looks like the DeWalt came loose from the factory. You guys see that? The countersink wasn't even tight. My DeWalt countersink needs Milwaukee's assistance to tighten it up. We almost lost that whole set screw. Hang on a second. It's been a minute since I messed with one of these. Does it have to be on the hex or can it be on the drill bit? No. It has to be on the hex. Right? Nope, it's on the drill bit. Okay, good to know. So we can get up to a depth of about right there. That's probably good. Oh, this one's loose too. I don't know if I like that. I'm not a fan of that. I would have thought that this would land on a flat. That's just me. Nice. There we go. Okay, I just got to grab a level. I like using this level because I'm blind. So, Rodney would like this level. Let's see here. Typical DeWalt. Famous last words. This should be okay. Maybe. This is what we're doing. This is going to be the top board. So there's going to be another board here, right? And then it's going to be sliding here. So if my zero line is 39.5, and I'm setting the saw on this board, and this is going to be sliding out, and there's going to be another board down here. I want to make my 39.5 mark, bottom of this board, top of this board to slide. And then we're purposely going to not make it level. Right there. Right there. I just had a thought, guys, before I screw this in. What if we made it the same table, the same height as this table? What does the height of this table feel like? You know, that's not bad either. It's really not, because my hip is pretty much right here. I'm more over the piece. I think I'm going to do the height of this table. I changed my mind. I changed my mind. We're going to go with the height of this table. Or at least close. That way I don't need to 36.25. So, yeah, we'd rather the table be a little bit lower, if anything. So we'll go 36.5. We're 36.5. That's what we're gonna do. I almost forgot my own rule. What does it do without a pilot hole? I'm sure you guys want to know. Oh, actually, it sinks quite a bit of the screw without impacting. That's kind of cool. I do want to get my noise meter out. This was requested by a subscriber. So we got our top test noise meter out. This is, we're going to do minimum and maximum. So right now you can see where it hit 83 because I'm yelling, right? And now you can see where it was like 35 because I wasn't making any noise. So we're going to hit minimum and maximum now, and it's going to reach the maximum this thing has ever heard. So we're not going to have to think about it or try to watch it. It's going to capture it. 101.1. That is pretty loud. We're going to check another one here in a second. 101.1 is the max. Let's check another one here in a second. Now we are going to purposely leave this unlevel. Like right there. And we're going to mark on our level. Where that bubble is. Cool. All right, what do we want to compare it to? We got 101. I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do one more. With the noise meter. And I think we're going to put the noise meter probably right here. So I'm in line with this opening here. So you guys can see it. We'll figure out how loud it gets. $100, pretty consistent actually. Pretty good noise meter there to register just 0.7 of a difference, 0.8 of a difference. You know, because we're measuring here and then we're measuring there. So definitely 100 is a safe number to say this thing is pretty loud. Cool. Okay, we want to do one below it. Directly below it. So I think we're just going to slide it in and out like this. Honestly. That's what we're going to do. So we're just going to do this. Just like that. And that's going to be our spacing. Yep. That's what we're going to do. Just hold this here while I screw it in. Plenty of power here. No issues on power. We can zip a couple of screws in with the drill here in a second as well. I don't know, man, for $100, it's a good deal. I'm anticipating it swelling. I kind of want to put something in between this too. This is what the instructions are for. I figured it out. They give you these instructions for spacers. It just makes sense now. Yeah, so you get the instructions that are relevant to your... There. Now we got spacers. Actually, there we go. Thought I had enough strength to do that. There we go. Perfect. That might work. We'll see. We're gonna go over to this side. So the top of this board, let me double check, should be just slightly higher. Yeah, we got 36.5 on the dot. That's perfect. Because the table is at like 35 and, the table's at 36 and 3/8 to 36 1/4. Garage isn't level. So that's perfect. Got to double check. Grab a clamp. What am I making? We're making a shelf sliding thing for the sliding miter saw. It's gonna slide in there, disappear. What's up, CNF? My phone is trying to fall out of this case. Hang on, guys. There we go. All right. Is that long enough to reach? Of course it's not. Okay, so we're gonna mount. Haha. Take that. Knock the nails right out of it. Okay. Okay, we need to have some pilot holes. We need the level. This is how electricians transfer heights as well. Probably more than most other trades would. Set a piece of conduit on something and just kind of go with it. And then we need to make sure that the bubble matches. Down a little bit. Let's see here. Right there, I think. Okay, right there. That's where the bubble matches. What about the height? Oh my God, it moved. We might need a clamp. Somebody mentioned a clamp. You might be right about a clamp. Clamp it is. It's not going to be very easy to clamp this because it's kind of always trying to move. We're going to clamp it here and then figure out the height. Right there. Okay. Okay, so that goes there. The piece we put pilot holes in is right here. See, this is why clamps are a little overrated sometimes, because I could have already started screwing it by now. Okay, that's close enough. Now we're going to match this bubble here. Some of you are probably saying, why don't you just level it? And you can't level something that's not level in the first place. So all we can do is make sure this is level with itself, basically. Okay. Okay. It's hopefully level. Yay. Okay, now we need another spacer with our 2 shims. You know, I really don't mind these. They're not bad for building. I don't have enough hands for this, guys. Don't have enough hands for this. Get in there. Yeah, this is what I was saying. It's easier just to struggle with it than it is to use a clamp. Still not enough. Okay. Guaranteed that's going to be different than the other one. Nice, looks the same. Okay, now we need to build like the sliding thing. We'll see you later, Shrush. Today I found out the fan light had both hot wires from both switches wired to the fan. No light and both hot wires from both switches. It was just always on. Troubleshooting. You put in 14-3 wire from a 2-pole switch, 2 single pole switches to the ceiling fan. Ha 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 ha. Dang. Yeah, it looks good so long as it's plumbing level. Yeah, well, okay, so we did something different on this because we're anticipating the weight to kind of drop down a little bit because of the slop here. So it always slides because wood tends to swell. So we angled it backwards unlevel. That way, by the time we get the weight in the front, hopefully it'll sit level. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. We're making this thing as we go. So, yeah. Now, I think we want to make it shorter than it needs to be. So we need to figure out the depth of the saw. Good spacers. Good thing Flex was thinking ahead. Okay, so saw goes in here. We don't want any portion of it to be sticking out. Yeah, see how it just barely fits in there. Okay, so we need the fence here to come flush here, basically. There's really no secret measurement here. We just got to eyeball it. Looks like it's about 14 and a half. And that's about 14 and a half. So we need a rail that comes out 14 and a half and still has enough bite to have the weight. What is our total? Should be close to 27. Yeah, 27. So we don't want a 27-inch rail though, because then it'll always be sticking out. So we want to subtract 14 and 27, but I also want to have a little bit of space maybe for dust collection, to have a hose that comes up or something. So maybe another 2 inches or 2.5. Hang on a second, I gotta check my text. Let me see here. My goodness. Okay, so what did I say? 27 and 14? Maybe 12? So if we have a 12-inch rail, no, let me see. So we need to come 14 out. That's going to give us 12 inches of bite. See how it's like angling down? So we're going to get 12 inches of bite. That's probably enough to be happy, because then we can slide the whole thing back at 14. That might be too close to, let's do 11. Let's do 11 on the rail. So, man. We gotta think about this because I don't want to make it too short. We need to catch both bolts here in the back too. And that is 12. So if the back of this, what if we did a free slider in the back with the 12-inch rail in the front? Can make a side shin also so the whole micro can slide in and slide back in depending on the job. Yeah, I did, man. I got the 99 deal. What's up? What's up, Mike? I don't want to do anything fancy, man. I just want to wing it. I just want to wing it. I probably need to do 12. but it's not going to catch the back bolt. But we need to do 12 and maybe make a platform. I think that's what we're going to do. We are going to make them 12 inches long and make a platform. And maybe the 2x4, because it's 3.5 wide, will make up for the difference. Let me see. I don't know. Let's cut a 12. Or let's cut let's cut a 12 and then we can cut an 11 if it's not going to work. I don't want to cut too much. What is that? That is an 11. We'll keep that in mind. I need this. Okay. Nothing's cooperating right now. Try not to be in front of the camera, but whatever. So if we do a 12 here, the idea is to attach something to the front here and then attach something to the back and make like a box. So we got to account for the 3.5 on each side of this piece, because if we do 12 here, it's going to quickly turn into a bigger measurement, and I might want to do a 1x1 on the back to catch it. I really haven't decided what. All I know is we got to catch the bolt pattern. I shouldn't have cut 12s. It's going to have to be sturdier. We're going to go this way. We're going to have to slide it this way. And I don't know what to do. Because I'm running into depth issues with the saw. Let's just do this and see what happens. There must be, I might be thinking about this too hard. Let's just cut. Let's just cut 2 at 20. They're going to be too long, but I need to see what I'm doing here because I don't know. Let me see here. I'm going to cut 2 at 20, and then we'll see what happens. Before I cut this, yeah, we're going to cut it. Let's cut 2 at 20. Oh, Rodney's calling me. What's up, Rodney?
Hey,
Hi. Yeah. I got multiple phones. What's up? See, I could do the plywood. Hang on. I could do the plywood, but I want to do something to where I'm not getting caught on, because I'd have to do a pretty deep piece. Here, you'll see. I'll call you later, buddy. Bye bye. Rodney calling me. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. Yeah, that will probably work. If I wanted to do this, right? I wanted to slide it out, but the fence isn't going to clear the face of this if I did it the way that I thought I could, because I thought that I could go across here like this. But even with this piece of wood right here, the back bolt is so far back that my fence would still be back here trying to make a cut. So we have to slide it this way, whether I like it or not. And then I think, because we got to stay the same height, because this is my 0 height, I think we're probably going to put something across on the bottom side and then line up the top. That's what we're going to do. But I want it to be very loose. So I'm going to line this up right there. And I don't really trust this thing to be square, because it's just building lumber. It's not anything special. So we're going to go with like 26 3/4 and then zip these to the 26 3/4 on both sides. And then make a block on the inside, and hopefully we'll be able to slide this thing out rigidly. And this is where we're going to want to use glue. One thing about this saw that's really good is that it's severely underpowered. So even if you do something stupid, like don't ever do this with a saw. I'm just going to show you. My hand's going to be way over here. We can pick up the lumber during the middle of this cut and the saw just bogs down. If you have a powered saw with a cord at your house, it's going to rip the lumber out of your hands, turn it into 1,000 pieces of shrapnel, and it's going to hurt your fingertips because you're trying to hold on to the thing so tight. It's just going to throw everything around. And then on a circular saw or a table saw, it's a lot more dangerous to be touching the lumber. That's why you always want to keep it against the fence. So I'm going to show you. See that? Finger's still on the trigger. So when you're buying something, think about how much power do you really need before you go buy the biggest, baddest saw, because you can see we're cutting 2x4s just fine here. Good if you have kids. Okay. we are going to basically flip this around, but it should be the same. It should be square enough to where we can do this. So we're going to line these up here. Just like that. And we're going to leave them free floating. Now we need to line these up where, hang on a second, my phone is apparently trying to die. Yeah, phone's trying to die. Hang on a second, guys. Why is the phone trying to die? Okay, we plugged it in with 3% to spare. You're going to have to let me know how the audio is, because YouTube likes its precious audio. Audio good or not? Let me know. You know, the dust bag is actually pretty damn good on this saw. I'll show you guys later, if I remember. Okay. We need to line up the bolts. So we want the fence of this saw to be flush here. We're still not able to really line the bolts up, but that's okay, because it'll make sense in a second. We need to line this one up here with the back of the saw. I'm gonna have to go on YouTube. I don't see the chat, guys, so I don't know if the audio is good or not. Let's see. Let me see here. All messages. Audio is good. Okay, yeah, sorry. YouTube likes to freeze the audio on us creators. It's a sick joke that they enjoy doing. So basically, we need the fence to be flush down there. And we need to line up the bolts back here. Like that. That's close enough. Zip this in so we can get some kind of rigid. Gotta make sure that they are even here. I'm gonna do a measurement here in a second. Probably right there, I guess, maybe. That's 3 1/4. That's 3 1/4 there. Gotta check. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's not terrible. You gotta flip it around now. Okay, that's going to catch the back bolts. It lines up. We can figure that out here in a second. That's where the 12 or the 14 is going to come into play that we cut earlier. Now we just got to line this up and it should slide. Put some pilot holes real quick. Sorry, I'm literally building this. I wasn't thinking about it. Pretty much how I build everything. Okay. I kind of wish I had to zip 2 screws in there. Did we not zip 2 screws? That was dumb. The flex is nice, guys. I don't know what to tell you. The compact flex is not bad. Very capable. You can see we're using it in every real world situation now. We are actually testing this. We're not just ramming screws into wood. Got nice control. You can definitely hear when it gets tight into the wood. Small and compact, easy to use. One-handed upside down with your thumb. This is your flex review, basically. Okay. Okay, it would have been nice to have a measurement here, but I just don't have one. So I guess we're going to go on the furthest back that we can and just line this up right on the back side. That's not good. I guess I'm going to climb in there. If not, I can see I'm going to drop this thing 100 more times. This is where my little 18 gauge brad nailer comes in handy. For real. Okay. That didn't work. This is the part where we test it to see how strong it is so far. Okay. I think it's strong. No worries there. Okay. Okay. That's not bad. Let's put the saw on it. Now the saw is only going to catch the front hole right here. So it's still going to teeter there. So we got to add something. But basically, with this out, it should be able to clear the rail here. And it does. And then we just got to add something here. Could we have caught the rail? We probably could have caught the rail, actually. We might have did better than I thought we would. We actually could have caught the rail. Damn. Okay, that's okay. We'll just move it over. I wasn't sure what the stability was going to look like. Doing this. And we still might need another piece of wood back here. But basically the face of this goes completely flush back. We measured it perfectly. With this flush here, this is touching the back right now, where we don't have any more clearance. So this worked out pretty nice, actually. We just made one mistake where we could have caught this 2x4 a little closer than I thought we could. You're 5'6", man. Here's your problem. I'm just messing with you, Jonathan. I don't know, buddy. I don't know. Dang, I gotta take this saw down so I don't get freaking pummeled by a saw. Live. I was thinking about leaving it there. I was like, how can I leave this saw here and work on this? There is no answer. Yeah. Okay. Not tall enough, huh? Nice. That is center. That is not center. This one's center. This one's not. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Move it over. Yeah, I mean, the Flex has plenty of power. For a compact for this, it's great. You guys will like it. For $100 for the set, you can't go wrong. think that's where I wanted it. Yep. Yep. Okay, if I had to do this again, I'd probably just build this whole thing and then just install it in this cavity, I think. Now that I know what I'm doing here. So that goes there. That goes there. Let me zip it to... Do I need washers for this? No, I do not. Nice. But I did miss. Okay. All right. Okay, so we bottom out in the back there. And then when we want to make a cut, we can pull it all the way out. Beyond here, we need to make some kind of stop so it can't go any further. We'll have to figure that out in another stream. What's the best way to make a stop, guys? This is cool, though. Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, so we need to stop. So we can't just pull it all the way out. Oh, so the other question is, did we get it level? Because we purposely made the back rails unlevel. That way when this thing slid out, the height, see where it drops? Did we, this was Kansas's idea to do a 3/8. I just went with it. Oh shit, it's perfectly level. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So I'm planning on making a couple more at some point. This was kind of the prototype. I don't know. What do you guys think? It's pretty crude. It'll never fail. I just stood on it. I don't even need paste wax because we put the shims that Flex gave us. I don't know, man. All in all, I think it's pretty cool. So now we can move it where it goes. Hang on. Yeah, that's cool. Oh. There you go. Put a vacuum in there, exactly. That's what this space is for. So we can put a vacuum. I'm actually going to add its own light. So up here, it's going to have its own, oh shit. It's going to have its own light right there. It's going to look something like this. See if I can reach it. Nice. How do you cut a 4-foot 2x4? With a saw. Just order that flex kit. They deliver it here for free on Friday. Nice. Nice. Man, all in all, guys, I honestly think that it's very capable. I know that we watch a lot of these reviews where it's not as fast as the others. But the reality is, man, you rarely ever just drive a screw without a pilot hole. And even still, like, we didn't need a pilot hole to drive these screws. You get a lot of control on it. Do I want to screw into this? Do I care about this 2x4? I don't want to waste wood, guys. I don't have to. We go through so much. Hard right there. And that's been with the 2.0 all night. Of course, we didn't screw that much in, but that was with the 2.0. High output. What do you call it? Stacked lithium. And then this was just with the 2.5. It's been pretty nice for $100. And you get 2 of these batteries. That's the value there. The batteries are $70 by themselves. And I would gladly spend $70 on one of these batteries. I wouldn't even think twice. They're well worth it. And you know what? I just felt the torque of this for the first time. And it's got a lot of torque. It's got a lot of torque. Oh, this is nice. Man, you saw a kick in my hand? Sorry, the screw is freaking hot. Well, that was a cheat. I'm done with this screw. Hang on. And that screw. Okay, right here. Full send. Here we go. Of course that happens. Okay. Okay, let's try again. It's not cooperating. Let's go all the way. Oh my God. I had to stop. I don't want to hit my table. Oh yeah, dude, it's gone. It's not bad, guys. It's really not. We're not even in speed 2. What else do we have on this table? Look at one of these. Was that a 3/8? I think it's a 3/8. These companies don't give us very nice chucks, especially DeWalt. DeWalt is notorious for giving us terrible chucks on the entry-level stuff. Nice click there. This is high speed. If it can do this, who cares how much power it doesn't have? It's fine, guys. There's nothing wrong with this. That's a 2.5. Let's see what it thinks with a 2.0 to get a power difference. You notice that it stopped immediately as soon as we hit. I'll put it in right here. Dude, noticeable power gain on the stacked lithium. Look at this. Look at the noticeable gain on the stacked lithium. This is great. Watch this. This is the stacked lithium. And just, bam, sends it. Wrong battery. Still got full charge. And this is the, I see it splitting right there. This is the 2.0 standard cells. So it's plenty of power for the smaller batteries. We'll check out the impact here in a second. Dude, this thing just gets it with the freaking stack. Let's check out the impact. I see the crack there too, guys. Let's go over here. Okay. Here we go. What's the difference? Maybe not enough to matter for the average person. Like I said, guys, I really, really like the 2.5. It's a great battery. If we look at this thing and we were to compare it, the 2.5 is 1 pound, 5.6. I saw 7, so we're going to call it 5.7. And the 2.0 is 1 pound, 9. What's up with self-tapping mode? I don't know, man. I don't use any modes on my impacts. I don't care about this garbage. All these features that they give us. Just screw the screw in. But since you asked, let's find out. Let's get a bit here. Well, man, we took it out and threw it somewhere. Low. Drive, basically. And then self-tapping mode here. It should just stop automatically when it senses resistance. Okay, that's when it sensed resistance. Okay, let's do that again. Finger's still on the trigger. Do it again. Okay. Well, it automatically stops. Basically. What does speed 1 do? Actually, it gives you a lot of control. That's what it gives you. This might be good enough for fine carpentry. It's light. It's got enough power for just about everything you want to do. Then you got one of the best sanders from Flex. You got the best wood vacuum. I mean, the vacuum, I think it's in the other room, but the vacuum clears power tools, like 4-inch ports on you know, jointers and planers and stuff like that. So yeah, that's the Flex. This is what we built. The drill's nice. My only issue is the non-quick insert color. I know, man. Why? They do it so you got to buy more stuff, I think. I don't know. It's not a big deal for me because I've gotten used to it. But, dude, I hate impacts that don't have this. I hate impacts without the quick insert. Which is why I didn't even bother trying it when it came out. I was like, that's the last thing I'm going to be interested in. But then for $100, guys, I needed a 2.5 battery to do more comparisons for you guys. So I was going to spend $70 at some point, no matter what. It was already on my plans to spend $70. And then I run across the deal where it's $100 for 2 of these batteries, an impact and a driver. You really can't pass that up. So that's what happened, basically. What happened was I was trying some composite deck replacements and it was working, and then just started to be too powerful. But now I'm starting to think I switched to the stack battery after a while. Oh, maybe. Maybe, Bob. Does the drill have a self-tap mode too? Probably not. The drill is going to have speed 1, speed... yeah. Sorry. The drill is going to have clutch settings. So, it's going to stop itself. I think this is a 1. So, we can play with the clutch settings. This is clutch 1. Nothing. Then you go over here to 7. You can see we're getting a little bit more torque out of it, but it still doesn't go anywhere. Go to 13, we're going to have to hold it tighter. But you can see where I can still stop it. We're going to go 17. Flex has a really nice startup feature where if you are bogging down the tool in any way and it determines that it can't go, usually it won't allow the blade to spin. It does it on the saws, it does it on the recip, it does it on the circular. So if this was free spinning and I tried to grab it, there's no way I could probably stop this. But because it's already stopped, it's easier to catch the clutch. But yeah, man, you can't stop that in drill. You can't stop it in drill. Here you go. There we go. See, there's that safety mode that Flex has. But if you sneak up on the trigger and ramp it up like that, you can see where it just wants to take off. I got to let off the trigger. Nope, everything about it's nice. I don't have any complaints. Do I wish it was a little bit smaller? Yeah, but how much smaller can it be because of the batteries? The batteries is what's so big on this with the voltage. For what it is, it's very compact. Same with this. Very compact for what they are. Lifetime warranty. I don't see how you can go wrong with it. They also look good too. Some people don't like the gray and the black. I like the new texture. The texture's nice. This is the old texture. It's definitely different. Why is it different? There's something different about it. Maybe it's not this one. It's the recip. I guess it's the same, man. This is very aggressive on the saw. Something about this saw, it's very aggressive. Someone who has a saw, let me know what you think. This is definitely smoothed down compared to this. Let me wet it and see what the difference is. There's a difference here. I don't know what it is. I think it's more spaced out. This stuff here is really aggressive. Here on the drill, it's kind of perfect for what it is. Maybe it's, I don't know, guys. It's very aggressive on the saw. But really good grip on the drills. Like the ergonomics on them. Size compared to the original? Yeah, right here. Hang on. It's definitely compact. They can definitely afford to call this compact. How much is the saw? Like 130, I think. Great for cabinet mounting. Yeah, I agree, man. This stuff is great. I don't have any issues with it. I was pleasantly surprised with it. Pretty nice. Of course, I got my clip on here. I never put clips on my drills, but this is an exception, as well as this is the exception. If you see me with a clip on a tool, it means that I like it and I use it a lot. So you're going to see where I think that this DeWalt is small enough and light enough to have a clip, right? My Flex does not have a clip. This barely gets a clip. My Milwaukee also does not have a clip on it for the drill. The Impact does. But this is my only drill with a clip on it. So if you want to spend the money and get some really nice tools, I mean, it's hard to deny the DeWalt. But for $100, man, you're getting 2 batteries that are usually $70 each. Not this one. This one. And then everything else, I couldn't turn it down. Yeah, George. What is their startup kit? Last year, their startup kit was with a 3.5 stack lithium, and I bought it last year. It was a great value. What's up, Infernal? Nice. Just picked him up yesterday. A lot more compact light. Yeah. Yeah, pretty nice. The rubber's great for stickers and metal roofing. That's a good point too. All in all, man, I like them. You know, they're not the most powerful, but you can see what we just did with them and what we built. For you guys just tuning in, we just built a little sliding saw thing. We even accounted for whenever this thing drops because it's not fully supported. We accounted for the weight difference and purposely put the rails unlevel, so when this thing pulls out, it sits level. Nice, Infernal. The grip on your flex tools seem about the same. The one-hand recip saw is more aggressive and very straight in my... Yes. Thank you for confirming that, because I knew I wasn't crazy. The recip saw, you almost need gloves, man. It does get pretty aggressive. It's a good saw, though. Okay, well, that's all I got. We were past beer 30. I've been babysitting this one. It's now rum 30. So, we got to get out of here. Appreciate all the support. As always, thanks to all the moderators. And yeah, let me know what you guys want to see next time. We'll see you guys in the next one.